Okay, so check this out. I found a cool way to learn PowerShell commands without actually reading through the boring documentation. So typically, when you have a command to learn, such as this one, test-net connection, what you'd have to do is go into Google, search for it, and find the documentation. Otherwise, you'd have to spend ages tabbing through different parameters to find exactly what you're looking for. But I found a better way. What we can actually do is use show-command. And if I press enter on this in just a normal PowerShell window, you'll see we get a list of absolutely every single PowerShell command that we have on the system. Now I will leave a link to the full blog post in the description if you want to leave more, but let me give you a general overview of this command. Overview number 1, there is an alias to this command, and I will leave that on screen here. It's shcm, but that's not really important. I don't know anyone that actually uses aliases in PowerShell, especially in production scripts. It's also worth noting as well that this utility command is only available on Windows, so if you have something like PowerShell for Linux, this won't work for you. Another limitation is that this is only available in PowerShell version 7 and up. Now the purpose of this command is to provide a graphical window for any PowerShell command. This makes it so much easier to learn the parameters and the syntax without having to read through the boring doc. Because let's be honest, who wants to spend the time reading through documentation? So let's go through one simple example using the test-net connection command. So if I enter into a PowerShell window, show-command test-net connection, you'll see it opens up this wonderful GUI where I can see all the different parameters I can use for this command. There's also the common parameters such as error action, information action, stuff like that. Now I don't think I need to tell you just how useful this is going to be for someone getting started with PowerShell. Anyone can quickly get a user-friendly interface to learn. I mean, the show-command is slightly quirky in the sense that you can even pass through a height and width parameter for this window that pops up. Now, I don't know of anyone that would actually need to pass that through, but it's available. Now, what you're probably thinking, wow, this is so useful. Are there any downsides? Well, it is important to know that the show command will lock the PowerShell prompt that invoked it. This means whatever PowerShell window you use to launch the show command utility, it will be locked until you close down this window. Now this isn't a huge issue, it's just something more to be aware of if you are going to use this command, especially in scripts, but I doubt anyone's actually going to use this in a script. Another issue is that you cannot pipe objects into this utility, which does seem to be going against a fundamental aspect of PowerShell itself. And to be honest, I think this is just another instance of Microsoft really trying to keep their developers on their toes. What I mean by this is if we do something like getChildItem and I want to pass this into the show command, you'll see that throws a bunch of ugly error messages. But if we did something like show command getChildItem, you'll see that we get the GUI pop up and it shows everything that we want. So as you can see, this utility is going to be very useful if you're just getting started. I've used PowerShell for years and I still find myself using this utility just to better understand what options are actually available to me. So if you do use this utility, let me know in the comments below. I'd be interested to see how you're actually using it. Now this is the part of the video where I do have to ask you to leave a like if you found it helpful and to also subscribe if you want more content from me. Cheers.